Okay, so this is a bit of a historical thing again, as I've done before. I wanted to go back and take a look at the old Tribes game that first got me started into online multiplayer gaming. This is literally well, not this game in particular, but the demo. Oh, I played so much of the demo. Never actually bought the game, mind you, just because I had no money back then. Um, but yeah, a friend of my brother's came over one day and he downloaded this game onto our computer, and this is back in like 98, 99, somewhere around there. And we were still running on a modem. And he downloaded this demo for this game, and I started playing it. And I just fell in love with it. This was literally my first online multiplayer experience against other people. So I decided I'm going to re-download it. It's free now, completely free. They released it a few years ago as 100% free to download and play. So I went ahead and downloaded the patch which upgrades it to 1.3.0, which is basically, I don't think it's a legitimate patch, but um, the way it is, it's called the Last Hope, and it allows you to play on servers that are 1.0, but also allows you to play on, uh, it gets rid of a lot of the cheats, pretty much. I went ahead and downloaded a pack, or a scripting pack, called Writers, which is one I used back in the day. I was trying to find some of the other ones I used to use, but I can't remember what they were called. Let's see. But other than that, after you've done that, and you have to get another patch for the executable to make sure you can play in Windows 7 and widescreen, and you go through and check all your settings and stuff. It's a very simple game. I liked it back in the day, mind you. This is, like I said, back in like 95, 98. My computer was an old computer. It was an old IBM, and back then you couldn't even run everything in high. It was terrible. But now I already went through and changed all my settings. I'm not using the controls I usually use because I used to use the arrow keys. Control was my jump, shift was my jumps, or shift was zoom, zero was switch weapons, and all my number keys would operate all my extra stuff. But obviously got to evolve up to the WSADs. That's what I did. So if we, oh, another thing is the original servers don't work anymore. But there's a fix that people have found. If you Google it, you can find it, where they'll give you a new server list that you can add, and it'll give you a whole bunch of new servers that you can play on. But yeah, if you go ahead and you can go in here and you click play game, it'll allow you to choose a character name. Uh, you can choose between female and male. No real difference there. It's just which one you like to play as. And you can choose voices, different types of voices. You can add other information about yourself if you wanted to add it in case other people want to look at your character profile while you're in the game. You can choose between different skins. There's like the Blood Eagles, Children of the Phoenix, Diamond Sword, Star Wolf. Those are the four main groups. I'm gonna leave it at base for now. And click next. Then you get your three choices between training, hosting, and joining. I'm going to click just host for now, just to do a quick show around. Now, like I said, I used to play the demo, so I never really got into playing all these different maps. Most of the maps you could play were variations of the demo that other people had made. So the only ones I really had access to were Rain Dance, Towers, and I'm sure there's another one in here. Yep, there it is, Fog of War. All the ones pretty much with lowercase letters. But you can also do record demos, which creates in-game like video captures of the things that you can share with your friends. Uh, Clan wars and stuff were really big back in the day, even on the trials or on the demo servers. I'm gonna click host, and it goes ahead and it spawns me into here. Yep, there we go. I'm gonna get rid of the rain effect there. And you normally what happen is you start on the rooftop with a bunch of your buddies, and for Rain Dance it's a capture the flag, which means each team has a flag, and you have to go to their base and capture it. One of the things that really drew people was the fact that the bases were set up that you could had to defend them. So, for example, this one has a plasma turret, a rocket launcher, and then another plasma turret right there. And then each base also had a vehicle station and a pulsar sensor on top of the base. And then if you went inside the base, you had an ammo station, which if you walked into it, these little arms would come up, you'd hear the sound. it would supply you with armor, inventory, or pretty much everything you had before you started using ammo. And then you have an inventory station. When you walk in here, you can select what you want to buy. Let's see. Oh, I already got favorites, and you can create up to like 5 favorites, and then you can use quick buying. Now, the way the money system worked was a lot of times at the top you'll see here it says Team Energy. A lot of times what you do is you end up with points, and as you would progress in the game, you would gain and lose points based on buying stuff and doing objectives. And then down here is the main generator. If the enemy came in here and blew that up, all your equipment would stop working around the base. And then up here, if I can get to it, is a command station. Now, normally if you press your C key, you'll bring up an aerial view. It's like a command view, and it can show you all the different things that are going on. I love this. This is one of my favorite things about this game. And then on the right hand side, it'll show you all your teammates, and if you clicked on them, it would give you you could give them commands from here. Actually, hold on. Let me go into the actual station. The station gives you even more commands and controls. But another thing you could do is if you click on a teammate, you could see what they're doing by clicking this button. It would actually give you a third-person camera view of them. You could toggle between different things like what's this? Oh, that's just sensors. Radars. You can show you how far radars are if they can see you or sense you. Names. Yeah, that just shows like names of places. But yeah, there's other things you can do from the command station. You can take control of turrets, which I used to love to do. You can sit there and just shoot it. So now I'm in control of the turret next to the bridge. And see, rocket turret doesn't actually. I don't think it fires. Oh yeah, it does. Huh. But normally the only time it fires is if it detects heat from like thrusters. But yeah, and then like I said, in the inventory, you had access to a variety of different weapons. Right now, I got the basic weapons that you start out with, which is a disc launcher. This is the quintessential tribes weapon. Explosive damage, good range, good ammunition. This is the plasma chain gun. Also, keep in mind the stuff you see in the HUD, like the little 3.5, the way the HUD keeps changing, or the crosshairs keep changing, and that little bar next to the crosshairs. That's all mods. That's like I said, that's one of the mods I like to use because then you can keep track of what gun you have without having to look all around. But yeah, other things you can do is you change your armor, and then you can carry more weapons and bigger weapons. But heavy armor, you can carry the mortar, which is cool. I like the mortar. How do you get out of it? Damn it. I always hated getting out of that. But let's see, R key. Nope, that's you. Oh nope, there we go. And you can go into third person, and now I'm in a heavy armor. And then if I switch, it's very touchy. I can use a mortar, which is the most powerful basic weapon in the game. Mind you, most people don't play with the basic version. They always played with mods with different like power-ups and weapons and classes and all stuff like that. I'm gonna switch back into yeah. There we go. Nope, that wasn't right. What's going on here? There we go. Alright. Oh, one of my mods is yeah, I have to change it every time I come into the game because I use a different control than it usually uses. What it does is it allows you to ski, which I'll show you in a second. But it's not letting me. It's weird. It's messing up. Hang on, let me try changing. What did I have space set to? Nothing. Good. Nope. See what it's supposed to do. One of the mods it's supposed to do is a jump jet. So if you're on the ground, what it does is it jumps whenever you jet without having to jump yourself. Because if you don't, you just don't get enough boost. See, when you jump jet. And the other one's a skiing mod, which allows you to do this. As long as you're holding down the jump key, you just keep jumping, which allows you to slide down the hills. Later versions of the Tribes game, I think in Ascends, they add actual skiing functionality to the game itself. But let's see. Oh, no, that's not what I want to do. One of the cool things I remember doing a lot was we would, while other people were sitting there fighting a lot of times, we would use these as just chat rooms and just hangout spots for you and your friends. And one of the cool things we could do was dueling. And it was a very, while they had like dueling maps and stuff. Hang on, I'm trying to find this spot. Let's see, where am I? Still on the map. Oh, I gotta go north. But while they had dueling maps and stuff, a lot of times we would just duel each other in free open maps while other people were playing the game in the background. And there was this one area we used to come to all the time. Oh, there it is. Right here. You get one guy standing over here, and the other guy would stand over there, and then somebody off to the side would throw a grenade, and then you just start dueling. And then when somebody died, the next person would get in line. But yeah, well, that was one of my favorite things to do. Even though I had a really crappy connection, mind you. People with good connections you'd always know because they'd be really good with the laser sniper. But amongst the things that you can do, as far as inventory items real quick, I'm being all willy-nilly about this. I'm just excited because I like this game so much. But you got a selection of different packs that can do different things. You have a repair pack to repair objects around the base, a shield pack to reduce damage, sensor jamming. If you're wearing a heavy or medium armor, you can actually lay down an inventory station or an ammo station. It's like a mobile version of one. Let's see. Boop. Yeah, see, like a mini one. Now these ones always have a limited number of points, and then the only way to get points back is to take items and resell them like this. If I sell items, the points would recharge. But yeah, other items that are kind of cool are you can buy turrets, which you can plant and then and there we go. You plant and then they automatically shoot at enemies, or you can control them manually through the command stations. You can buy cameras to spy on your enemies, or maybe you just want to look, see what's going on inside your base. Whoops. There we go. Camera. You can use that from your command station or from your actual commands. And then you can place beacons down so you can show enemies where friendlies where bad guys are, or just anything really. What the? Oh, you cannot change armors at the little stations. I forgot about that. There. I keep wanting to hit escape to get out of the inventory station, but it doesn't work. But on the other side, we have vehicles. There are 3 basic vehicles. They're all flying vehicles. You have your basic scout, which is this. It appears on the pad here. Let's see. Pilot. Oh, that's right. That's one of the mods. It gives you increased sensitivity. And basically what it does is it flies around and you can shoot missiles. There's people... Oh, man. This is a lot smoother than I remember. A lot smoother. Just gotta watch out for that guy, though. He's gonna shoot me down. Ow! Like that. But the other 2 vehicles are just carrier vehicles. While the scout only carries 1 person, you have your, I want to say LMC? No, LPC, which is a light personnel carrier, which carries up to 2 heavies. The pilot always has to be, I think, light armor. I don't think maybe medium. I know the scout has to be light. And then you have an HPC, which carries up to 4 heavies. So you can get like 4 heavies shooting mortars down from the sky while you're flying them around. Using your jets obviously makes it just go up. And these ones have no weapons. A lot of times you just get people who just get on these things and just drive them over to the other side and get shot down. Like that. But, oh, that hurt. Heal. There we go. I'm gonna skate in. As long as you only jet a little bit, the rocket won't get you, because it takes time for it to recharge. Oh. Ah, I didn't make it inside in time. I'm gonna try this again on the scout. But a lot of times what the tactic was, people would, grab inventory stations and they would like try to get to the other side of your base and set up a little station there with a beacon, so their friends all knew where to go. And then they would try to do base rape tactics, which is just destroy the base and then try to steal the flag. Now I just gotta dodge the turret, which is actually pretty easy. It's not the smartest turret. Oh no! That would have been bad. I forgot that was there. But yeah, once you get inside here, unless they've set up defenses, you basically just take your time to blow up the generator. Now you can blow up the turrets and stuff individually outside, but they're protected by shields, so you need heavier firepower, which usually requires. Hold on. Yeah, see now nothing out here is gonna fire at me because it's all been taken care of, and I can just sit here and blow all this stuff up. But like I said, a lot of things that people do is use a tactic like this where they drop a mine. Oh, that's right, I died. Well then. Guess I won't be able to show you that just yet. Yay. How do you use... Oh yeah, V. V. No, VZ... Nope. V... But anyways, hitting the V key brings up like a quick command system where you can call out audible cues, as well as animations. For example, I can do a salute, or my guy does a salute, or I can do celebration. I can do things like a kneel pose. Stuff you can just have fun with, and hang out with your friends. It's a lot of things that games these days just don't do anymore. One of the other ones, one of my favorite lines that I never heard until I started playing this game was, let's see, V, G, there it is, VGS, Shazbot. It's an old line that was said by Robin Williams in an old show he was in. I can't think of the name of the show off the top of my head right now. But it became super synonymous with tribes, just as a general thing, because a lot of times you'd play with people would create these games that have bots in them, and the bots would just go around screaming Shazbot all day. And that became a thing, like the bots and stuff would just be named Shazbot and stuff like that. But yeah, you have a whole bunch, and people would create their own. That's an iconic sound. Hey, I'm gonna go buy my pack real quick. Oh, I keep forgetting how to get out of that. Another feature that I just thought of is the dynamic HUD. Now, there's a few things I hope if you can see my mouse. You can move a lot of this stuff around, like the default stuff, which is these ammo icons, this sensor icon, which detects whether or not you can be seen by a sensor or a turret, the timer, the clock. These can all be moved around, like just like this. You can move them anywhere you want, and a lot of them snap together and stuff, along with the chat. You can make the chat bigger with the U key. But yeah, you can do all that stuff while playing the game. Oh yeah, the thing I wanted to show you. A lot of times, a trick that people use is they'll throw down a mine, throw down a grenade. That's not grenade, that's grenade. And then you shoot the mine and the grenade, and it does a big explosion. Watch, I'll show you when I blow up my my own turret over here. Let's see. Bang. Oh, there. My jump's working now. I don't know, maybe I can't blow up my own turret. Maybe the friendly fire is off. I don't know. But yeah, that's the basics of this. Let's see. Other things. Oh, the game itself has an IRC chat. Now, while the Dynamics IRC doesn't seem to be working, I'm going to create a basic or a default name here. Guanabada. You can connect to an IRC chat and play at the same time while switching back and forth between these. Yeah, see, I don't think the Dynamics works anymore. But I did try. Give it a second. I found a just a random one to try out, and it does seem to work. It did work. IRC chat. IRC chat. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, see, give it a second. It's going to connect me into a chat room. And this is the other way people used to talk with their clanmates while not in a game. Give it a second. There it goes. And then list all your fellow chat room people. And then in here, playing tribes. And you can switch back into your game. Alright, I'm going to go try to find a actual multiplayer game. Back. Join. Next. And like I said, these are all the servers that are currently running. There's not many people playing, obviously. There's only a handful, really. Yeah, like 7 people right now. Let's see, we have an Annihilation, and we have an RPG base. Oh yeah, that's right. They created an RPG type game where you can actually go around with like swords and stuff. It's kind of cool. It wasn't terrible. It was hard to get into because you had to learn a bunch of commands. But I'm going to jump into Capture the Flag alongside here. One of the things that you could do is create a buddy list. And what you would do is, if you had buddies, it would show up on the side, like if you had friends or not, inside that server. And it was kind of cool. The way a lot of it worked was you didn't have a dedicated name, so anybody could use the same name as you, unless the server had one of those anti-clone things. So a lot of times you had to make sure you got their complete name, and sometimes you'd find people with similar names. Like if you typed in Sephiroth, a lot of times you'd find a whole bunch of Sephiroths. So it helped if your buddies had unique names. What's this? Message of the day. Updated. Tribes. Oh, they have the Tribes Master server. January, February, March. Huh. I'll have to check that out later. That's kind of cool. But yeah, there's a dedicated master server that's still running out there that you can locate by going to that place, tribesmasterserver.com. And you can download the, or not download, but get the information to find tribes servers. Yeah. This used to happen a lot. Not having certain files that you needed to play certain things. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta have it. tribesrpg.org. I'm gonna try this again. You can even bring up the info, which is one of those things I also love about this. You can sit there and look through all this stuff in a nice, neat manner. I've been playing some Gary's mod types side, or like those what do you call those? Like the hidden and the other one where you hide as objects. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head now. But I've been playing those and stuff, and a lot of times I have trouble trying to understand what's going on in the server information because it's all like elongated and crappy looking. But these are nice and neat. I like it. Let's see if we can join now. Nope. It's gonna not let me join that particular map. I was on here earlier though. It was working earlier, but not this map. So it must be a map that requires a type of file that I just either don't have or don't have access to. Another thing about this game though is it actually has a bit of backstory to like the different classes and social orders, and you can find that as a PDF online. I found it a long time ago, and I was sitting just reading through it. It's pretty interesting the way they went through all this backstory and stuff, especially considering this is one of those games. Back when people were first talking about Halo, this is one of those games people were comparing it to before it ever came out. Back when it was still going to be a Mac title, and it was one of those ideas. But yeah, I'll try to get some multiplayer here in a little bit.